Hello, hopefully everyone can hear me. If you're tuned in, just let me know in the comments box if you can see and hear me. Perfect. Okay. It's going to take a bit of getting used to this because I haven't done the share screen before. But we'll kind of roll with it and see what happens. Just say hello to a few people before we get off. Natalia, Michelle Sawyer. Hi, Michelle. Satya, Lisa Edwards. I'm going to turn off the share screen for now. Who else have we got? Kathleen McKay, Mark Reed. Hey, Mark. Jan Nilsson. Sorry if I can't pronounce your names. I'm rubbish with names. Tony Hales, Louise Clark, Kev Humphreys, and Z. Okay. It's just me on my own tonight. It looks like Martin's away jet setting around the globe for a change. And I'm going to be hosting tonight's webinar. So the way I want to run with this is I'm going to tell you a bit more about me, if you don't know me already. And then I'm going to tell you a bit more about my story, how I got started online. And then we're going to kick into maybe a bit of training for those of you who are interested in a free strategy I'm trying at the minute. And then we'll take some Q&A and hopefully we'll be able to help you out with all your marketing questions and any problems you might be having. Okay. So first of all, about myself. I was in the military for 9 years. And I left the military because I decided that I wasn't really passionate about what I was doing anymore. I was introduced to the SFM about 18 months ago by my business partner, Chris, who's no longer my business partner with the SFM side of things. And we went on and we did quite well in the early stages. Managed to get on the leaderboard within a few months, generated some good high-ticket commission sales. Things were going really well. Then we hit a bit of a stumbling block. Our money got soaked up by other businesses we've got going on. Then we got back into the SFM again, and as soon as I got into the SFM again, got consistent again and managed to get on the leaderboard again and start generating consistent sales. But for those of you who know me, know that I've had my fair share of problems, and a lot of you who probably listen to this are probably exactly the same, which kind of brings me on to what I want to talk about today, which is a free strategy which I'm actually using. Just in the comments box, let me know if anyone's got a low budget, or they're struggling to generate leads, or they've been shut down basically by the likes of YouTube or Facebook. If you can find the comments box. Z just starting out. Michelle, low budget. Has anyone been shut down by Facebook or YouTube yet? Okay, so it seems like a lot of people are struggling with smaller budgets, looking for free strategies. Of course, everybody loves a free strategy, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And it's not going to be too in-depth because there is a lot I can go into, and I don't want to overwhelm you, and I don't want to blow your mind. Kev getting shut down by AdWords. Yep, me too. But it sounds like you're back online, which is pretty cool. So I'll share my screen again so we can get straight into this. Okay. So first of all, the reason that I decided to come up with several free strategies, in fact, was because I got messages like this. So there's the latest one, the top one, which is Google AdWords has shut me down. Basically, I spent 3 weeks trying to get compliant with Google, got fully compliant, built some websites for some other members, And then recently, a month ago, they decided that despite no changes to my website, they were just going to shut my account down or basically disapprove my website again. I've been working with them for about a month now to try and get it back online, and still no joy. Second message, some of you who've worked on Facebook before might have had your Facebook account shut down. We all know they're a pain in the ass to work with Facebook, and they never talk to you. But the good thing about AdWords is they will work with you and they will communicate with you. So I decided that I'd had enough of basically just getting stopped in my tracks, letting someone else have control over my business. So I decided that I needed to come up with 3 ways in which I could build a foundation for my business, and something that was going to get me free traffic consistently, and something that was going to generate me leads, qualified leads that will hopefully convert to members and obviously generate high ticket sales. So what I decided to do is combine my favorite thing, which is video. And for those of you who know me and you've seen my videos, you'll have seen me on 2 90-day video challenges, loads of other videos which I've posted online and on YouTube. And you'll know that I absolutely love my video. And if you're not into video already, it's definitely a good place to get started. Because if you look at YouTube now, you look at Facebook, how much video is out there on the internet, you really need to be switching on to the trends that are happening so you can get involved with it. And I'm going to talk you through why video is so powerful and why I'm actually adopting this strategy. Okay, just a few stats about Google, or YouTube, should I say. YouTube is owned by Google, so naturally they actually favor YouTube videos, which I'll show you in just a minute. And it's easy to rank on Google for specific keywords. It's the second largest search engine on the internet, so it gets loads and loads and loads of traffic. There's more than 1 billion active users on YouTube, so lots of eyes, lots of people that are searching for things that you might have to offer. And every single minute there's 300 hours of video uploaded. So you can imagine that's lots and lots and lots of content going up, and lots of people that can actually watch your videos and hopefully come and buy your product. So I did mention that it is owned by Google. So if you want to know how to get a 6-pack, type it into Google and this is what will come up. Now you can see just below there where the red arrow is that a video is actually ranking 3rd in Google. And this is because Google favors YouTube. It's not going to punish its own platform. And so it actually ranks YouTube videos in the Google search. So you can imagine if you're ranking in Google for a YouTube video, guess how much traffic you're going to get, especially if it's for a keyword like how to get a 6-pack or how to make money online. I wouldn't advise going for that keyword because it's quite competitive, but you can see where I'm going with this. Okay, so you're probably thinking, well, I've never done video before, or even if I have, like, what do I talk about? The first thing you need to know about advertising marketing is if you've got someone with a problem, they need a solution and you need to be the solution to the problem. If you can put the right product in front of the right customer, you get a win-win absolutely every single time. So let's just say someone wants to learn how to train their dog and they haven't got a clue how to do it, but they're really keen, they're really enthusiastic, and you sell a product on dog training for beginners. You get that advert in front of them and that product, guess what? You're going to have a great match and they're probably going to end up buying your product as long as it's a good product. So you need to think about what problem can you solve? So what can you provide a solution? Now, if you think about online businesses and people who are sick of a 9-to-5 or stuck in a corporate job or stuck in a business they're not passionate about, or maybe they just want another income stream added to their business. Think about the problems they're facing. Now, you've probably heard of the perfect avatar, the people who you want to attract to your business. So think about what their problems. Like one of the people I go after is business owners, and I know they're always looking for productivity hacks. They're always looking to improve on their marketing. They're always looking for lead generation. They're always looking to adjust their mindset and kind of lead and grow as entrepreneurs. So I know that I can create videos that solve those problems and help to educate them in that area. So if you think about it like that, then you should be able to come up with some problems. I'm just going to quickly check the questions to make sure everyone's happy. Okay, everyone seems happy. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into it, and then hopefully you can get the gist of it. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments box, and I'll do my best to keep up with and keep track with them. If not, I'll answer them when I've finished with my little spiel. So if you go to YouTube and the first 2 words you type in are how to, those are the top searches people are looking for on the internet. I don't know why so many people want to learn how to tie a tie, how to make a baby in bed, how to save a life. Obviously, we've got a lot of people who want to be heroes out there on the internet. How to make a paper gun that shoots. Wow, that's incredible. And I've just made a video, how to download a YouTube video, which kind of brings me on to where I'm going with this and what people are searching for. There is a tool where you can find out what people are searching for and how many searches there are a month, and it's called Google Keyword Planner. You actually have to have an AdWords account for that, but it's really simple, straight set up, and you can go in and see how many searches there are a month for a particular keyword. But a good way on YouTube is to start typing the problem in. Like if I was to start looking at how to get a 6-pack, I'd probably start typing how to get a, and then if 6-pack comes up, there'll be loads of variations of that, which you can actually target with your video. Okay, so a lot of people look at YouTube and they look at it as a way of making money. But for me, I looked at it as a way that I could drive lots and lots of traffic to my website, generate leads, and generate sales. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, ranking videos on YouTube is basically SEO. And I'm quite lucky that I've got a mind where I reverse engineer everything. I look at all the professionals, I look at what all the other guys are doing, and I think, well, why have they done that there, or why have they done that there? And I just reverse engineer everything they do and break it down to see if it works for me. And then I test it and see if that works. And this is exactly what I did with ranking videos. Now, I just started a new channel just a few weeks ago. And I'm already starting to get views, subscribers, and people looking at my videos, which is incredible. And this is the strategy which I'm working on at the minute. Here's a few pointers you can see in there. The first thing to help rank your videos is the headline. Now, if I were to go back one slide there, if you were going to make a video based around how to tie a tie, that is the headline you'd use, how to tie a tie. Now, don't go ahead and just create videos willy-nilly and go, yeah, I'm just going to create a video on this. Look at the keyword they're using first, and everything about your video, from the wording to the headline to the description to the tags, has to be geared towards that keyword, and that'll help you rank, as well as a few other things that I'm going to share with you. Next up, as I mentioned there, description. To have a consistent description in each of your videos that you put up. It's a good idea to make sure you get your keywords in the first 2 or 3 sentences in your video description. You have a big box there, you have like 5,000 characters, you can fill that with keywords, but it's a good idea to keep it consistent. Give them ways to connect with you, give them ways to actually share it, give them ways to subscribe to your YouTube channel, because YouTube loves channels, and it gives extra preference to channels that have more subscribers. So the more subscribers drives more views. Guess what? Helps all your videos to rank. Next up, this is the biggest thing that YouTube determines whether or not it ranks you. So when you first upload a video to YouTube and you publish it, YouTube basically gives you about a week, and it doesn't have any data on what what your videos have performed like in the past. So it's kind of looking at the headline, looking at the description, looking at the meta tags and going, right, what should I rank these guys for? And you quite often see that new videos get right up there in the ranking for that keyword. But if they don't have a good view time, as in people aren't watching for beginning to end, then it will actually just kick them off the ranking and they'll completely disappear. So view time is really, really important. And there is a part of your YouTube channel where you can go in and look at the analytics and see your attention time, so how long people are watching your videos for. And you can kind of adjust your videos as you're shooting them to see, let's just say you start waffling on at the beginning and you don't get to the point and you notice a massive slope off early on. You know that you probably just need to jump straight to the point. And people want the information. They've searched for it after all. They chose your video. You've got to grab their imagination. Next up, we've got backlinks. Now, as I mentioned earlier, YouTube's owned by Google. And do you think that Google is going to punish its own platform? So there's a lot of talk out there where people say, oh, buying backlinks is bad. This SEO, that SEO doesn't work, does work. There's a lot of discussion over this. But I'm telling you now, backlinks work on YouTube because Google would be stupid to actually punish its own platform. So you can go to fiverr.com and get backlinks for just $5-10. Be careful on this though, because you do want good backlinks. You want backlinks, if you're not familiar with it, you want trusted sites by Google, authority sites, which are relevant to your video. So let's just say I had a baby site and I was doing videos on baby, about teaching things how to do baby. Well, if I had a link from the Toys R Us site, chances are that's going to be a high-end authority site, so it's going to be trusted. So Google's probably going to rank me for that. It's going to trust my video. Some backlinks can damage your ranking in YouTube, especially if they're spammy. Okay, so that is basically how to rank. There's a lot of other ways to do it, but those are the basics. Get your headline, the same as your keyword. Get your keywords in your description, and get your keywords in your meta tags. There are suggestions of around 12 meta tags in each one, different variations of your keywords. And I'm going to show you a little something in a minute which you should put in every single one of your videos. Just going to check the questions to make sure people are happy. What we got? Build down top 3. Are we all happy, by the way? If you're happy, tell me. If this is all going in, if you just comment in the box below and let me know. Okay, perfect. That's good. Glad you all like it. Right. Seems like everybody's happy. I'll come back to the question at the end. Go away box. Right, moving on to the next one. So I did mention in the headline that you need to put your keyword, and you can see this is one of my videos that I've created here. And look at the top search in YouTube for how to add an annotation to YouTube videos 2015. Look at my headline, how to add annotations to YouTube videos 2015. Now this is going to help me to rank, and I use exactly the same keyword as the first word in my tags, and I use exactly the same keyword in my description, okay? So make sure that you're consistent throughout your video. So meta tag, headline, description, meta tag, okay? There is another part to this, so you can actually get the transcription for YouTube and upload it for your videos, so you can use it for subtitles. But this does help YouTube to understand what your video is about as well. So it can help, it can make a better decision on whether or not to rank you for a particular keyword. So let's say in my video, I'm talking about this is how you add an annotation to YouTube, and I've got a transcription up there as well. Google or YouTube will go to that transcription and say, oh, what's this video about? Oh, yeah, it's saying it's all about how to add an annotation. Oh, well, we better rank it for that. And it's a long-winded process. If you're doing it yourself, I highly recommend going to fiverr.com and paying someone $5 to do it. They'll do like 5 or 10 minutes video for $5. I'm not wasting my time doing that. I'm just going to be going straight to Fiverr to get them to do that. You'll notice on the right hand side that my thumbnails are bright red and they've got big writing. Now, there's two things I want to point out here. A lot of people won't bother with thumbnail, and you're missing out on so much traffic, so many views on your videos, because you need to grab their attention. Just like a headline, you need something that's going to jump out from all the crowd. So it's a good idea to go ahead and create a captivating annotation and upload it to your video so you can grab people's attention. If you're not, like I say, you're missing out on loads of views, loads of traffic, and you're probably going to end up with not very many views on your YouTube videos. The second thing I want to point out here is over to the right hand side. You can see that my videos are on the right hand side. Now, if you've ever uploaded a video and you look to the right hand side, normally what YouTube does is shows relevant videos to your video. And what happens is your competition ends up in the right hand side, and you're like, shit, I don't want my competition taking my customers away from me. So there's a way in which you can actually get your videos on the right hand side. Now, the first thing you need to do is create series and playlists. So if you're doing YouTube tutorials, for instance, how to add an annotation, how to add a card, how to create a perfect video, how to use this camera, put them all into a playlist. And what will happen is, where it says up next over to the right hand side, your video will show there. So they're highly likely to watch it. And if they get to the end of the video, then guess what? Your video starts playing straight after. So you get more views on all your videos, which is then going to help your ranking in YouTube. And you're not going to lose potential customers and views on your videos, which is awesome. You will notice there's other ones down the right hand side as well. I'm going to show you a little trick now to actually make sure you can get your videos on the right hand side. By the way, this screenshot happened, I think it took me a week or 2 weeks by the time I'd implemented this little trick to get my videos on the right hand side. So it's a really, really powerful little trick. Here we go. So you can see by the red arrow, it says J Williams TV, and then J Williams as one TV. I put in that in every single video. And the reason I put it in every single video is it helps YouTube, especially when it's a new video, it helps to understand like what this video is related to. And if all my videos have got this in it, it links them all together and say, oh, well, that's got the same tags as that, so it must be related. And guess what? Shows it in the right hand side. So that is how you actually get your videos in the right hand side. If you don't have much content on your website, on your YouTube channel, you need to get content on there. The more content on there, the more chance you've got of filling up this right hand side. You'll notice Warren Buffett's creeped in there. That's because I haven't actually got loads of videos uploaded. I've got about 100 tutorials to upload to solve people's problems, but I'm still editing them and upload them gradually because YouTube likes consistency. So if you're going to post onto YouTube, post at set days of the week. So let's say I post on Monday and Thursday. Do that every single week. But if you're going to start shooting videos and solving problems, you need to make sure that it's sustainable. Don't go doing, I'm going to do 7 videos a day for the next 10 weeks because you're going to run out of content. You want to steadily drip feed it. So keep creating content and drip feed it on set days of the week. And it'll help you to get subscribers as well because you can give them your schedule and you'll build a community and they'll start following you and all this good stuff. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, like, this is all good, Jay. We've got all these videos and you've got traffic, you're ranking, this is amazing. But how do I get leads from it? Okay, here we have Mr. Stuart Ross. This is one of my favorite videos. It's where he talks about believing in something better. Now, if you look to the top right-hand side, you'll see claim your video series. This is called a YouTube card. And as long as your YouTube channel is associated, I've put a video on my channel about this, you can actually drive traffic to your website. Okay? So you can drive traffic to your website. So you're ranking in Google, people search for how to make money online, for instance. Your video's in the ranking, you've got a lovely thumbnail, and they then tune into your video. They like what they see. It's all Stuart giving his lingo. And they decide, well, how do I get more of this? Look to the top right-hand side, and Stuart Ross is there. Start your own lifestyle business. Click here to get started. What's going to happen then is if they decide to click on that, it's going to redirect them to your website where you're going to be able to capture their name and email address. And then so you get a lead, which hopefully will convert to a sale.
Black.
And that is it. That's the YouTube strategy I'm adopting at the minute. It does take a bit of time to implement, but it's a free strategy, and you can imagine how many people are on YouTube looking for things every single day. And if you can get your stuff in front of them, good quality content that grabs their attention, guess what? They're going to get to know, love, and trust you, and they're going to be able to click on your links and opt into your email list. So that is how you do it. Probably going to get loads of questions coming in now. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen. Okay, let's go through. So good feedback. Can you go back over the backlinks again? Yep, I'll go over them too. So the backlinks, as I mentioned, imagine it as a web. Imagine like, just minimize that. Imagine this is your YouTube video, and your YouTube's video, and it's like a spider. There's all different websites hanging off it. And what happens is when you get backlinks from Fiverr, your YouTube video is then posted into like lots of other websites, and so Google sees it as, oh well, people have been sharing this this video all over the website, all over the internet, so it must be quite popular. So I'm going to bump it up the rankings because it looks like it's a popular video. And so the thing I did say is about trust. Let's just take YouTube and Vimeo. Now, do you think Google trusts Vimeo? Yeah, right, it does. So what it does is you post your video to Vimeo and you link them together with a link. Guess what? Google's probably going to help to rank you for that video. So if you do that with lots of trusted sites, Blogger, your own website, websites relevant to your niche, then it's going to help you to rank. Okay? Does that make sense, Satya? Hopefully that's answered your question. Okay, Mark Martin. Cheers for that, Mark. He's recommended using keyword search for free use, and it's umbersuggest.com. I'll reply to that just so you can do. Oh, bloody hell, did you do that? Okay, I'll answer that in a minute. I'll figure it out. Right, should you have a personal and business YouTube site? Completely up to you. I try and keep them separate. I just use my YouTube channel for the SFM and all my marketing stuff because I want to build my brand around my YouTube channel. It's completely up to you. I'd advise on keeping them separate, and it's exactly the same for things like your Facebook accounts. You know, you might not want all your family and friends seeing what you're up to because, you know, they're bad influence a lot of the time. I'll be honest, I speak from experience. So it's a good idea to just keep it private, keep them separate, and then hopefully you won't have people texting you saying, what the hell is this? Look at this. Why are you an idiot? Why are you crazy? Why are you this? Why are you that? What are you doing? This is stupid. You need to stop. So yeah, probably a good idea to keep them separate. Okay, good question. Anonymous attendee. So it's I'm seeing a lot of things about this at the minute. A lot of people are saying like 12 tags as a minimum. I wouldn't overdo it. I'd always keep it relevant and congruent with what you're trying to rank for, because if you've got too many and you're just putting bitty words, then Google isn't going to get a good picture of what your video is about. The other thing I will say is in your tags, try and use long tail keywords. So instead of using like generate leads, for instance, which is probably going to be a lot of competition for, put how to generate leads in fitness niche, or how to generate leads in whatever. So it's a long tail keyword. It's a longer keyword. There'll be less competition for that. There'll be more chance of you ranking. Okay, Marcial Beadle, have you ever had Fiverr make a video for you? We've had Fiverr make videos for us. Yeah, there's some really good professional people on there. If you're not comfortable in camera or you're new to video, then go to Fiverr and get someone to do it for you. I know people who've like gone into various niches, like let's say dog training, and know nothing about dog training, but gone and got some professional to shoot 10 videos for them, banged them on YouTube, ranked, and then they drive them to an affiliate product, and then they make sales from it, they make money from it. And there's people doing exactly the same with membership sites. I don't want to overwhelm you, but it is possible to get someone else to do the video, and it's completely fine. They're really, really good. I know Kev Humphrey's actually had videos made up, so if you want to touch base with him, he's on this call. Kathleen, cheers. You don't have to spend money on adverts. See, this is completely free as long as you're putting the content up there. This is a way that which you can rank and then drive traffic to your website. Okay, Tracy, how do I use SFM videos on my YouTube channel? I've actually got a tutorial on my YouTube channel where you can actually just shows you how to download a YouTube video. You can download it and then re-upload it to YouTube. So if you Google that, actually, you can Google it, how to download YouTube video. It'll give you a website which will show you how to do it. Yeah, we're counting on being organically found. See, so this is the whole point of it. It's a free strategy that gets you organic views, organic leads, and organic sales. So any paid marketing you do is a bonus. So you're basically making a profit for nothing. Tony, I don't think it's recorded this. We have asked the team to record it, but I don't know the reason behind it, but they haven't at the minute, which is probably chase it up with that. So someone's asked, can we repost Stuart Ross videos and add our pop-up in the video for people to click on the send them to our lead page? Yes, you can. One thing I will say is YouTube and Google don't like duplicate content, so maybe just make the video slightly shorter. You know, just do a little edit on it, take a couple of seconds off or something like that, just to make it different, add a different thumbnail. You know, there's loads of ways in which you can do it. They don't like duplicate content, but you can actually upload Stuart's videos and generate leads and sales from that as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, Marcial, when you're posting a video from your business YouTube site, always post your personal website, personal YouTube site. I'd make sure you were logged in using the right username on Google, because I know I've got several other sites and it always tries to post to different YouTube channels. So just make sure you're logged in using the Google, the Gmail account you want to use, and then obviously make sure in the top right hand corner that's displaying the channel in which you want to post to. Anne-Marie Madigan, are you driving traffic to your authority website or your secondary one, Jay? I have a secondary website which I drive traffic to. The reason for that is if I have any issues with Google or any other advertising platforms, I don't want that website to be blacklisted. So one of the websites I've been using is ex-militaryentrepreneurs.com. That's my authority site. I put all my blogs on there, all my content. But I use .co.uk to actually drive all my traffic to. The other reason I do that is because normally when you're advertising, the bounce rate, which is basically when people visit your website, how long do they stay on the website before they leave? It's called the bounce rate. So if you're driving lots and lots of traffic, and let's say people aren't converting to leads and they're just literally clicking on and clicking off, it's going to give you a high bounce rate, and so it's going to affect your ranking in Google. Hope that makes sense. I haven't confused anyone. Cheers, Irene. So the reason Irene's given us the answer is so members actually show up for you, so you aren't talking to yourself, interactive and live. So Irene, I'd be fine. I'm sure I've got friends, I hope. So someone's asked, Sean's asked about, so Sean, if they join as a member, then you will get a monthly subscription. So you'll generate, I think it's $20 if it's just a standard member, which is $97 a month. Alistair's asked, do you know if a similar strategy will work with podcasts? I haven't really experimented with it, Alistair, because I don't podcast myself. I know a lot of podcasters are actually posting their podcasts to YouTube now. It's something you probably need to try out. I've never tried it, so I couldn't really comment on that. Cheers, Mark. Hey, Nicole. Nice to join us. Have you ever driven traffic directly to just a landing page? You can drive traffic straight to a landing page. It depends where you're driving it from. Actually, reverse back. You need to have your YouTube channel associated with your website. So you can't just go and grab an SFM landing page and bang that in the YouTube card. You have to associate your website first before you can actually drive traffic to that website. It's really, really easy. All it is a little setting in YouTube, and then you can paste a bit of code in your website, and it will actually allow you to drive traffic to your website. Okay. Anybody else got any questions? It looks like we're getting some really, really good feedback. Hopefully this is all making sense. Someone's asked, when you have a separate website, what do you use for SEO? I'll be honest with you, Jerawan Slagle, terrible names, terrible. I don't do that much SEO. I'm not massively into it, but I try and do little things that will help my website in the future, because one day I will get around to it. I don't primarily focus on SEO other than on the YouTube side, because I want to focus on lead generation and money producing activities. So don't get too caught up in the SEO side on Google, unless of course you do have a low budget or no budget, and maybe you just want to get into it, I guess. But if you have the funds, do paid advertising and build a foundation using free advertising. Sean Andrews about Aweber. Sean, there should be some tutorials in the back office on Aweber on setting it all up. I have done a lot of tutorials on this, which I will be uploading to my YouTube channel, but they're not quite there yet because I'm trying to keep this consistency thing. But I definitely go into the back office. There'll be plenty of tutorials in there that'll help you set up your Aweber. Okay, great. One thing I wanted to touch on, actually, I know a lot of you probably see the leaderboard and you see people in the community. Is partnerships. You see a lot of people partnering up, Chris, Gerard, Marilee, Greg and Fiona. Lots of people pairing up in the community, and it's great to see that guys who are going on their own are actually managing to get on the leaderboard for sales, leads, apps, and all the rest of it. And you might be asking your question, do I need someone? Do I need a partner? Can I do all this work on my own? I think you've got a couple of options here, and I really wanted to answer this because I've been in a very unique situation in that I joined with my partner and then we split, and now I'm on my own again. But I've learned a lot of lessons from that. So the first thing I'll say is don't rush into a partnership. Don't rush into a partnership, because if you're not compatible, then it won't work out. And the first thing I'd say is find someone in the community who complements your skills. So I'm very technical. Like, I like to figure things out, I like to drill down and reverse engineer everything. But I don't like writing that much. I love doing video, but I don't like doing SEO. I'm not very good with graphics, so I get someone else to do it, or I outsource it to a website like Fiverr or Odesk or Elance. I go to those websites and actually get someone else to do it for me, because there's no point in being with someone that's got the same strengths as you, because there'll be areas of weakness which you'll struggle with. Of course, you can outsource all that, but it's important to make sure that the people you're bringing into your team, whether it be outsourcers or business partners, actually complement your skills. There's a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, and he says that he's got 200 people to accommodate for his weaknesses and the things he's not very good at, so he can focus on doing the things he is good at. Because at the end of the day, I love video, and all I want to do is shoot lots of video. I don't want to be spending my time sitting down writing blogs. I just want to get a camera out, get my phone out like this, and shoot some video. And if you're not doing video, get in the 90-day video challenge and join that. So the point I'm trying to make is, in a partnership, make sure you get with someone that complements your skills and your qualities. Second of all, I'd say make sure that you have an aligned vision, because if you don't believe in the same thing, or you don't want to do the same thing with this business, then like you just go like that. And this is what happened with myself and my business partner. There's nothing wrong with it. You just have different outlooks on life. But make sure that you want to go in the right direction, because you're going to be going like this. If you're both going in this direction, you're going to be like struggling to meet all the time. Do you like this? It's quite good, isn't it? You're going to be struggling, and then you're going to be trying to get back all the time, and it's just going to be so much effort to actually bring it back in and just get to where you want to be. It's a lot like, have you ever been told by your mum or dad or someone you're with, oh, go and do that. You need to do that, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to do that. So much effort. It's exactly the same. Oh, I don't want to go in that direction. I don't really want to do that. And so you're fighting against each other all the time. So make sure you have an aligned vision. Talking way too much. Next thing I'd say is, what was the next thing? It was in my head a minute ago. I completely forgot it. That's good, isn't it? Oh shit. Yeah. It was something to do with partnerships. It's great. Next one. Trust and communication is massive in a partnership. I think that you need to be able to leave someone to do the work, especially if you go on holiday and you want to live this laptop lifestyle. Then you need to be able to trust what your partner's doing. My partner went away to the Falklands for 4 months, and I was left with all his money, all his jobs, and I was just doing them and smashing them, but he trusted me with his money. And in the end, I turned it into a lot of money and got us on the leaderboard, which was great, and he was really happy. But if it isn't that trust there, insecurities are going to creep in, and you're going to be like, oh, well, he isn't doing this, and then it gets a bit bitter, and you really don't want to go there. So you need to have trust and communication and complete honesty. You need to be honest with each other and say, look, mate, you fucked up here. Your fault. You need to sort that out. And so that's the next thing. I want to talk about relationships, actually. It's not a counselling session, by the way. Because I think a lot of people get into this business, and a lot of people don't even tell their partners they're doing it. They don't tell them about how much money they're doing, and like their partners don't understand what's going on, and so they feel like rejected. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have an amazing relationship with my girlfriend, because all I do is talk to her about what I'm up to and what a business, and she knows that I never cheat on her because I just talk people to death about what I'm up to. So it's fine. So you need to include the people in your family. Let them understand what you're up to so that they can feel a part of what you're doing. Because you imagine that you're going in one direction and you've got big dreams and you're like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. They're like, well, where am I in this situation? Like, where do I fit in? So it's important to keep them involved. One of the things I used to do is, I'm terrible at proofreading. Like I said, I'm terrible at writing. So I used to say to my girlfriend, hey, will you read over this for me? She's like spelling police and grammar police and all that sort of stuff. So I used to like send my stuff to her and get her to read over it. And yeah. So has anyone had that sort of problem? Anyone think about a partnership? Anyone like relationship wise is thinking, holy shit, yeah, I never tell my partner what I'm up to. I'll just jump in the question and see what's going on. Michael Reynolds says, does he think YouTube advertising unpredictable? You know what? This whole thing is unpredictable. Like, who's to say that someone's not going to shut down your account, or someone's going to change something, a bit of software that you use is going to affect everything. Leads, if you imagine traffic on the internet is like waves. You know, waves aren't like come at exactly the same intervals. Sometimes you'll get lots of waves at once, and sometimes you'll get less waves. Sometimes you'll get big waves, sometimes you get little waves. So as far as like inconsistent traffic is consistent. Online business is inconsistent. You just need to do everything you can to, you know, counteract that and make sure your traffic is consistent. So combining free strategies with paid strategies, and then, you know, you don't need to worry, oh well, I only got one lead that day from paid advertising, but I got 10 from free, so it's all good. So it's probably a good idea just to combine the two. Sean, is there any way to see how many sales they are making? I'm not sure whether you mean from the YouTube side of things in terms of the free strategy, or you mean in general. If you could just elaborate on that, that would be awesome. Tracy, she's setting up AdWords, but they need to set up a campaign before they get to Keyword Planner. Tracy, it's really simple. Just create a campaign. You don't need to put anything in it. Just chuck. It's really, really simple. I'm sure you'll figure it out. If you can't figure it out, come and speak to me and I'll help you out. But just create a sort of blank campaign and you'll get into the tool really easy. Mark Ford's got a really good point. Having a business partner, even if you're not on the internet business, is good to support you, what you do, and bounce ideas off each other. He has a property business partner, and it's great to share ideas, but they also outsource to others who have the skills that they don't. Working on your own, you can't do everything, and that's the joy of outsourcing and websites like Elance and Odesk and all that sort of stuff. You can actually outsource and get people to help you out, or find someone in the community. Find someone in the community that you can just work with them for a few months, and say, hey mate, you know, I struggle with this, you struggle with that. Any chance we can help each other out? Or it's great for accountability. You know, set out your goals. One of the things I'm doing at the minute is something called I'm doing a 90-day challenge with Stuart, and I've got an awesome group of people from the community which hold me accountable. I'm doing 100 press-ups a day, planking, gymming, business goals, relationship goals, and it's good to have a partner for accountability because they make you do the work. You're like falling asleep on the sofa at 11 o'clock at night and I forgot I haven't done 100 press-ups. I'm like, oh no, I've got to do 100 press-ups. Having an accountability partner forces you to do the work. So that's a good idea, to have a business partner or someone can help you with that as well. Yeah, Mark's just said he prefers blogs. I prefer video. That's how you buddy up. Really easy. Just if you're not good on video, go and find someone who is in a 90-day video challenge, or just put a status up. There's bound to be someone who will respond. All right, okay. Mark Reed's asked about mindset. He's asked if he's working a lot on mindset at the minute. Do you recommend any books or videos for this? One of the ones I love at the minute is The Miracle Morning, Mark. I definitely go ahead and check that out. I'll just paste that link. I've got it here somewhere. Other one is Rhinoceros Success. Love that book. It's quite funny, but it's a really, really good, really good book. So go and check that out. Okay, so just posted that book. I'll put Rhinoceros Success in there as well. These are all my affiliate links, by the way, just in case compliance clamped down on me.